Wait, what's everyone doing here?
It's like they didn't even hear you. You know you're not the one to blame.
Let's just drop the subject, thief.
You know you're not the one to blame.
Let's just drop the subject, thief.
I've got this.
Well, so it goes.
You know you're not the one to blame.
Let's just drop. drop the subject, thief. Hey, I need 100 rust removers.
For yourself? I didn't know demons rusted.
No, not for me.
Oh, what's it for then?
An old well. The plumbing is rusty and we'd like to clean it.
Could you take apart the plumbing and apply the rust remover directly? That'd let you use it more efficiently.
No, we just want to clear the rust out with the plumbing intact.
Is that not possible?
It would be if I had enough ingredients to make that much rust remover.
We can get them for you. What do you need?
I'll need some of this and some of that. About this much of the former and this much of the latter should do me.
There should be scorpions south of Merrick Battleship, and cobras can be found in small ruins.
Got it. Let's go gouge out some venom.
How's it going? Have you gathered the rust remover ingredients? Oh, how exciting! Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, it's all here. I'll get to making it now. All done. Here are your 100 rust removers.
How much do we owe you?
Don't worry about it. I'll keep the leftover venom as payment.
Oh, thanks.
This should fix up the old well. Let's pass it on to Chiffonnet.
We've got the rust remover.
Thanks! Whoa, that's a lot! You guys had the hard part, but even pouring all this in is going to be exhausting.
I'll help.
Did it work?
Yay! The water's clean again.
Looks like that did the trick.
Great. Now the water's safe to drink. Thank you. I'm gonna go tell everyone.
Whew! Thanks a million. I wish there was some way to repay you. Oh, I dug this out while I was repairing the well. I think it's a part for something. If it's any use to you, here.
Nice. Thanks.
Whoa!
Pleased to meet you.
Thick vegetation makes for easy ambushes.
That's certainly something to keep in mind when in the jungle.
You guys make it sound like there's an enemy up every tree and in every bush.
In Sandland, I thought there was one behind every rock or dune.
Whoa! Hey, old man, any tips for fighting in bots?
I wouldn't call this some big secret, but predicting your opponent's next move will give you an advantage.
Like reading their mind?
Nothing so fancy. It's more about noticing patterns, guessing intentions, that sort of thing.
Sounds complicated. But I'll give it a try next time.
Thank you!
Whoop! Hey, we've actually traveled pretty far, huh?
Yeah, I never imagined we'd end up going all this way when we left Demon Village.
You said it. Never thought we'd end up in a different country.
It's fun though! We've seen lots of cool stuff! Well, so it goes. Hey, we've actually traveled pretty far, huh?
Yeah, I never imagined we'd end up going all this way when we left Demon Village.
You said it. Never thought we'd end up in a different country.
It's fun though! We've seen lots of cool stuff!
I'll always treasure this time with you guys.
Forestland Army's no joke, down to the lowest grunt.
Their soldiers must undergo extensive training. Though I'd argue that for the most part, the Royal Army is just too complacent.
Man, any tips for fighting in bots?
I wouldn't call this some big secret, but predicting your opponent's next move will give you an advantage.
Like reading their mind?
Nothing so fancy. It's more about noticing patterns, guessing intentions, that sort of thing.
Sounds complicated. But I'll give it a try next time.
Thick vegetation makes for easy ambushes.
At least that was sort of fun.
Thick vegetation makes for easy ambushes.
Nice! One down.
Constantly going up and down all these hills really takes it out of you.
I'm exhausted. Isn't it about time we took a break?
Already? It's too soon to be getting tired.
We can't keep up with you, Prince.
Nice! One down. We can repair it. Just okay. Now for some hot intel on the area. Here we go.
Constantly going up and down all these hills really takes it out of you.
I'm exhausted. Isn't it about time we took a break?
Already? It's too soon to be getting tired.
We can't keep up with you, Prince.
Whoop.
Thank you!
we go. Hey, we've actually traveled pretty far, huh?
Yeah, I never imagined we'd end up going all this way when we left Demonville.
You said it. Never thought we'd end up in a different country.
It's fun though. We've seen lots of cool stuff.
I'll always treasure this time with you guys.
You can find all sorts of things on the side roads here.
If no one ever comes by, he never gets picked up after all.
Wait, how did all this stuff get there in the first place then?
Let me help.
Sorts of things on the side roads here.
If no one ever comes by, he never gets picked up after all.
Wait, how did all this stuff get there in the first place then?
Fell from the sky, maybe?
So dark. Is this a valley?
Looks like it. They call it the Sunless Canyon.
Pretty uninspired name.
I like it. Nice and simple. But dark, so watch where you're going.
Arslan soldiers are pretty tough. I bet they train on the assumption that war could break out at any moment. That mindset That alone might explain the difference in strength between them and the Royal Army.
Hey, we've actually traveled pretty far, huh?
Yeah, I never imagined we'd end up going all this way when we left Demon Village.
You said it. Never thought we'd end up in a different country.
It's fun though. We've seen lots of cool stuff.
I'll always treasure this time with you guys.
It's after us. Seems pretty good. Hey, we've actually traveled pretty far, huh?
Yeah, I never imagined we'd end up going all this way when we left Demon Village.
You said it. Never thought we'd end up in a different country.
It's fun though. We've seen lots of cool stuff.
I'll always treasure this time with you guys.
Forestland Army's no joke, down to the lowest grunt.
Well, so it goes.
The Forestland Army's no joke, down to the lowest grunt.
Their soldiers must undergo extensive training. Though I'd argue that for the most part, the Royal Army is just too complacent.
Something about this place is putting me on edge.
Yeah, same here. Be prepared for a fight at any moment.
If their alarm bells are ringing, you know it must be dangerous.
I wish I was any good at sensing things like that, too.
Something about this place is putting me on edge.
Yeah, same here. Be prepared for a fight at any moment.
If their alarm bells are ringing, you know it must be dangerous.
I wish I was any good at sensing things like that, too.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, lady! You shoe by any chance?
Oh my, now what would a demon want with me? If you're here to take me away, can I finish my research first?
Huh? We came to ask about plants. You want to come to Spino with us?
Spino. So that's where the afterlife lies.
The afterlife? Are you off your rocker, lady?
Looks like this isn't working.
Ma'am, we're from a town called Spino in Sandland. We were hoping for advice on raising plants in the desert.
Plants? In the desert? My, that sounds splendid! But while I would love to assist, I am afraid it will have to wait.
Why's that?
A young junker has taken to asking me for money, you see. And since he visits so often, I've grown quite attached. I can't leave him until he's old enough to make it on his own.
Ma'am, are you sure he's not deceiving you?
Don't be silly. He's such a sweet young boy.
Just saying he could be scammy. Never mind.
Perhaps we should look into the matter ourselves.
Do you know where that junker is now, ma'am?
Let's see. I believe he said he's often at Sajida camp.
Got it. Thanks.
Something about this place is putting me on edge.
Yeah, same here. Be prepared for a fight at any moment.
If their alarm bells are ringing, you know it must be dangerous.
I wish I was any good at sensing things like that, too. Hey, are you the junker fleecing Miss Shu?
What's this about all of a sudden?
Answer the question. You know Shu and Kentar, right?
Of course I do. Why wouldn't I know my own debtor?
Debtor? What the heck's that?
Someone who's in debt to you, obviously.
Huh? But aren't you the debtor?
You've got it backwards. I'm the lender. I lent Shu money to help her research ways to breed new flowers.
So the reason you keep asking her for money is...
To collect on interest, naturally.
That's ridiculous. From what Shu said,
I mean, that lady's got nothing but plants on the brain. At best, she probably thinks of me as a particularly fussy one that needs a lot of resources to grow right.
she said boy, so I'd say she considers you more like a son.
Ugh, damn it. I just can't help going soft on that woman. I'd usually be a lot stricter. But when it comes to her...
Sounds like you've grown attached to her, too.
Why not just forgive her loan?
Not even I could be that nice. I'm part of a group, you know. If I can't get her to pay up, someone else will make sure she does. Anyway, that's the situation. So, you all want to pay up for her? Don't know the details, but it seems her debt's a burden to you, too.
How much does she owe exactly?
About this much. At this point, I'm just gonna forget about trying to collect the interest. Not a bad deal, huh? So what do you say? Wow! You're a generous one. I was half kidding, you know. But thanks. This settles the debt for good. Could you tell Shu... Nah, forget it. Just let her know.
Sure thing.
Next time...
Ma'am, about that junker boy you told us about. He sorted out his money issues. He says hi, by the way.
My, is that so? I suppose that means he won't visit anymore. I'll miss his company.
I wouldn't be too quick to write him off.
Anyway, now you can come to Spino, right?
Ah, yes. Turning a desert into a garden. Sounds exciting.
See you there.
Phew. Well, that'll do for now. It's way more rewarding growing plants for somewhere that's bare as can be.
Okay.
Longo?
Keep watching.
At long last, King Jam has admitted the error of his ways. Moreover, he has agreed to cede the throne to Muniel. And this is the proof.
How does it look? Certainly screams royal heirloom, doesn't it? When King Jam entrusted me with this treasure, I had no choice but to accede to his wishes! To his will that I replace him as ruler of Forestland and defend its people!
Silence! It is for us, the people of Forestland, that Muniel has assumed this heavy burden. From this day forth, we must accept Muniel as our one true sovereign. The coronation shall be held in the palace square immediately.
This isn't good. I hadn't considered they could use the necklace to confer legitimacy.
Now they're stealing my father's position by force, just like they stole the necklace.
If we don't counter their narrative, they win.
Why not just use the radio tower like before?
If we contact your news office, can they help us reach out to the people directly?
Sadly, no. The media has been the Army's lapdog for the last decade.
Then let's crash the ceremony and speak to the cameras directly.
But will the people even listen to a plea made through such violent methods?
Once they see I'm alive, I'm sure they'll pay attention.
I doubt they'll like hearing that you're half-fiend. Sorry, Princess.
This is bad!
What happened, Chapon?
It's not just a coronation! At the same time, they're gonna execute King Jam!
Chapon! This is no time for jokes.
I'm not joking! Rumors are spreading all over town!
There's just no way. Surely not even bread would go that far.
There's no point in speculating. Hortos infiltrated the army. We'll ask him when he returns. Until then, we sit tight.
You mean they'll execute my father?
Now, we don't know that for sure yet. Let's rest up while we wait for more information. I didn't want to say this in front of Anne, but the loss of her necklace was a problem. It's allowed them to make it look like King Jem willingly gave up the throne. I don't know if the part about the execution is true. But there's no need to keep the king alive anymore.
Listen here, boys.
I expect Muniel will invade Sandland as soon as he's been crowned. And if he can finally achieve Bread's goal of conquering Sandland. Even those who disapproved of Bread's methods will side with him. That is the absolute worst-case scenario for us.
Father, all because I lost that necklace. Yells, what do I do? If something happens to Father?
Good work, Horto. So, is the rumor about the execution true?
Yeah. The generals couldn't stop talking about it. They were clearly shaken. The execution's supposed to happen before the ceremony.
Longo!
Don't worry. It's time for the resistance. Yeah!
Yeah, I hate to be a downer, but do we even have a strategy?
Only one kind of plan works well with our numbers. It's back to diversion and infiltration. We'll use the secret entrance known only to the royal family to reach the palace square.
And the diversion? With the king being held hostage, any drastic moves could put his life at risk.
The diversion will come after the rescue to provide the infiltration team with an escape route.
Ah! Have you lost your minds? That's it. This is obviously a trap. Only a total moron would run right into it.
I know, but we have no choice.
Oh, well, be my guest. Just don't expect us to join in.
Wait!
It's fine, Anne. No point in trying to force him.
But...
Mr. Beelzebub is right. We don't want to make anyone take part against their will.
Well, I guess I'll sit this one out too.
Not on my watch.
I knew it.
We've been fighting the good fight. Let's show Bread just how much we've learned about guerrilla tactics over these past 10 years. Let's go. We'll work out the details in the field.
Here we go.
Far more settlements than we're seeing in the vicinity of a lake this size.
With the capital so close, maybe everyone in the area gravitates to it instead.
Sorry, can't help right now. expect far more settlements than we're seeing in the vicinity of a lake this size.
With the capital so close, maybe everyone in the area gravitates to it instead.
You nailed it. Most of our population's concentrated there.
You don't have to engage every last enemy. Picking your battles to save energy when you can makes a huge difference.
Fair enough. Don't want to be tired out for the fights we can't avoid if we want to stand a chance.
Prince, we're sinking into the water. This won't work.
Look! 2 entrances! These ruins must be pretty huge!
You just might be right about that.
I know! The bigger the ruins, the more room for treasure. So, what are we waiting for? Uh-oh! It's catching fire! Hot! Uh-oh! It's catching fire! Inside the big city, it's all hills and wilderness.
Lots of soldiers in this area.
Keep a close eye on your surroundings.
Nice! One down! Well, so it goes. so it goes. Well, so it goes.
Let me help.
Nice. One down. Wonder what we'd find if we drove the hovercraft across the sea.
I don't know. But you can't do it in a hovercraft. It'd break down before long, and you'd be stranded.
I do a lot.
Sorry I'm late. Where's everyone else?
They spread out near the capital to cause a diversion. I was hoping you'd assist as well.
I don't mind, but what about rescuing King Jam?
That's where I come in.
You? On your own? That's crazy!
Oh? I'll show you just how wily this old fox can be.
You did always manage to evade me in your rebel army days.
Huh. That's kind of impressive. But Brett and Muniel are probably waiting at the Palace Plaza. We'll need more than speed if we want to save the king.
Any human who could beat Lilith will surely be a match for the prince, too.
I still don't buy that she actually lost. But if she did, Thief's right. So I'm gonna go myself.
Biels!
I want to see just how strong this Muniel is.
Biels? Aren't we supposed to be rescuing my father?
I know that. I'll rescue him along the way.
Along the way?
Then it's decided. I'll leave the infiltration to you.
Much appreciated. We can reach the plaza using the secret passage under that bridge.
There's a secret passage? Then what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Hey,